So what exactly are contract specifications? They are the carefully detailed rules for each contract. Every single futures contract has them clearly defined. You can think of them as the contract's unique DNA, or perhaps like an instruction manual for all users. They clearly tell you everything about that specific contract. Without these precise rules, trading would become very confusing. It would likely lead to many unnecessary problems and disputes. Why do these detailed specifications matter so much? They make all contracts of one particular type identical. This characteristic of uniformity is very important for trading. It means that every trader trades the exact same item. For example, if you decide to buy a December crude oil contract, it is precisely the same as anyone else's December crude oil contract. This greatly reduces any potential confusion and future disputes. It ultimately makes the entire trading process much simpler for everyone. This important characteristic leads to something called standardization. Contract specifications are the tools that ensure this standardization. A contract for May delivery of corn is always the same. It is the same product and terms for every single trader. This is very different from private off-exchange agreements. Those private deals can be unique and often quite complex. Standardization is what makes futures markets highly efficient. Many people can then trade with each other easily. The exchanges themselves are responsible for setting these specifications. They create and then meticulously maintain these detailed rules. Exchanges design these specifications very carefully and thoughtfully. They always consider what the market participants actually need. The main goal is to create a useful trading product. It must also be a completely trustworthy and reliable product. This helps to maintain strong market confidence among users, and it also ensures the overall integrity of the market. Let us now look at the underlying commodity. This refers to the actual physical good being traded. It could be something like Brent crude oil, for instance, or it might be an agricultural product like soybeans or coffee. The contract clearly states the specific commodity involved. It also specifies the required quality or grade of it. For example, a gold contract states gold must be of a certain purity. This critical detail ensures everyone knows exactly what is involved. Next, we consider the element known as contract size. This specification tells you the quantity in one single contract. It clearly states how much of the commodity is covered. For example, one standard crude oil contract typically represents 1,000 barrels. One standard contract for corn usually represents 5,000 bushels. This specific amount is fixed for that type of contract. It is not something that you can negotiate per individual trade. It is a standard measure for all traders of that contract. Then we have the delivery terms of the contract. These terms explain precisely how physical delivery will happen. This applies if you hold the contract until its very end. It specifies the approved delivery location or locations. It also details the exact delivery method or procedure to follow. However, some contracts use cash settlement instead of physical delivery. This means no actual physical goods will change hands. Instead, a net cash payment is made based on price differences. Finally, there is the crucial expiration date to understand. This is a very important date for any futures contract. It marks the very last day the contract can be traded. After this specific date passes, all trading in it stops. If you still hold an open contract at that point, you must then prepare for either delivery or cash settlement. Alternatively, you must close out your position before expiration. Each contract month, like December or March, has its own expiration. The contract size effectively standardizes all trading units. A fixed size means everyone clearly knows the quantity per contract. Buying 10 gold contracts, for example, is unambiguous. It means you are trading 10 times 100 troy ounces. This feature greatly simplifies calculating the total monetary value. It also significantly helps in managing overall risk exposure. Comparing prices across different contracts becomes much easier. It helps individuals and businesses track value changes over time. Specifying the underlying commodity and its grade is also key. It meticulously ensures that everyone trades the identical item. A contract for number 2 yellow corn is very specific. It details the exact type and the expected quality. This clear specification prevents arguments about the product being traded. It effectively guarantees that the commodity meets certain defined standards. This is particularly vital for various commercial users of commodities. They often need very specific qualities for their business operations. Delivery terms also significantly aid in achieving standardization. Knowing the exchange-approved delivery points is absolutely crucial for some. The procedures for making or taking delivery are also clearly defined. This careful definition makes the entire end process very predictable. If a contract specifies delivery in the port of New York Harbor, all market participants understand this geographical requirement well. This helps businesses effectively plan logistics if they intend delivery. It removes much of the uncertainty about how to fulfill obligations. The expiration date helps to create orderly and efficient markets. It provides a very clear and non-negotiable timeline for everyone. It effectively forces traders to make important decisions. They must act on their positions before the contract finally expires. This process contributes positively to effective price discovery in the market. This is especially true as the contract nears its final trading day. Understanding all these specifications is absolutely vital for success. It helps all market participants to trade wisely and manage risk.